You may be seated. Thank you. Well, good afternoon, and welcome to our Spring 2026 commencement ceremony. My name is Dean Pribino, and I have the privilege of serving as the 17th president of Millikan University. It is truly an immense joy to be here today as we celebrate the accomplishments and the perseverance and the promise of our newest graduating class. But before we continue, I do want to extend an additional thanks to the Millikan Student Jazz Ensemble for sharing their talents with us. So please, I would also like to take a moment to recognize the historical context in which this great university exists. We acknowledge the land upon which we celebrate today is the ancestral home of multiple Native nations and holds historical, cultural, and sacred significance to these indigenous people. We also acknowledge the living history and contributions of these First People communities that inhabited the land prior to the establishment of Millikan University, and we recognize their continuing contributions, which allow our campus community to flourish. So today holds special meaning for those of us who call Millikan University home. Universities experience many memorable occasions throughout the year, but there is really, truly something special about commencement. For those of us who have the privilege of teaching, mentoring, and serving within this community, our faculty and staff, this day represents far more than the completion of academic requirements for our students. We have witnessed the growth that has taken place with our students over time. Growth shaped through challenges overcome, discoveries made, relationships formed, and experiences that have helped define who you, our students, are becoming. And so graduates, at this time, I would like to recognize those Millikan individuals who provided you with an excellent education and college experience and who today celebrate your achievements right alongside you. Would our Millikan University faculty and staff who are here please rise and be recognized with applause. Thank you. Indeed, commencement allows us to reflect on our collective calling to be in community with one another. Education is not simply delivered by one person to another. It is built collectively through shared experiences, conversation, and collaboration. Each of you has shaped the character and spirit of this university just as surely as this university has shaped you. Together with your classmates, faculty, staff, mentors, alumni, family, and friends, you have helped to create the community of teachers and learners that we celebrate today. Thank you, and thank you to all who have invested your love and your time and your belief in these students. Now, as many of you know, we are commemorating the 125th anniversary of this institution, and we've been doing so, and as we've been doing so, I found myself thinking about our origins. We were founded in 1901, 125 years ago, and in 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt visited Decatur to participate in the formal dedication of Millikan University. And in his speech, he referenced scripture when he reminded those gathered here that, to quote, "To whom much has been given, from them much shall rightly be expected." These words continue to echo in the halls of Millikan University. Now, students, I realize you might be thinking, what do you mean given? I earned this education. And there is no doubt that you have done that. But the opportunity to pursue an education is truly a blessing, a gift. Not because it is easy, to be sure. In fact, you know firsthand that it is anything but easy. Education demands sacrifice. It asks for discipline, resilience, vulnerability, and perseverance. It requires late nights and difficult conversations. It challenges assumptions. It stretches perspective. It forces growth. And yet, to spend years in a community devoted to discovery and creativity, critical thinking, and personal growth is truly something precious and powerful. It is a gift. And so what have you been given? Well, you have experienced the gift of knowledge, for sure, but also skills and mentorship, opportunity, friendship, perspective. You have been given the grace and the space to discover more deeply who you are and who you hope to become. And now, graduates, what shall rightly be expected of you? I believe it's to be a force for good in the world. How will you be a force for good? Certainly, some of you will lead classrooms and hospitals and businesses, nonprofits, laboratories, or performance halls. Some of you will create art that helps people feel seen. Some will develop solutions to problems we cannot yet even imagine. Some will care for vulnerable people during their hardest moments of their lives. Some will build communities. Some will raise families rooted in faith and compassion. Some will quietly change the trajectory of another person's life without ever fully realizing it. The world is shaped positively every day by people who choose kindness over cruelty, curiosity over cynicism, and courage over indifference. You serve the world and others when you use your knowledge, your talent, and your opportunities in ways that improve the lives of others. It is recognizing that the education that you have received here carries with it not only the opportunity for you, but a responsibility to a community. The responsibility to contribute, to uplift, and to leave the places and spaces, as my father used to say, that you inhabit better than you found them. Now, to be fair, let's be honest, you will make mistakes. We all do. You will encounter uncertainty, and there will be moments when your plans unravel and moments when the path ahead feels unclear. There may even be seasons when you question yourself and your direction. But keep the faith. Education is not meant to eliminate uncertainty. Education is meant to help you navigate it. Now, over my first year as president, I have been paying attention. I have witnessed extraordinary things in Millikan students. I have seen you serve others on campus and in the community. I have noticed how you show up for each other with encouragement in the theater and on the playing field. I have watched you perform your learning in the classroom, and I've watched you teach others about what you love. I have been inspired by your joy and your efforts to get everything you possibly can out of your time at Millikan. You have been forces for good in the world. You are ready. Graduates, you leave this university at a time when the world desperately needs your courageous leadership, your curious creativity, your humble service, and your compassionate action. So as you cross this stage today and step boldly into your next chapter, carry with you not only pride in what you have accomplished, but also a deep sense of responsibility and joy for what comes next. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of Millikan University, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your journey. Thank you for the ways you have shaped this community. You have left an indelible mark on this institution, and this university and the Big Blue will forever remain a part of you. Congratulations, Millikan University class of 2026. I am proud of you, I believe in you, and I cannot wait to see how you will change the world. Well done. I now have the great pleasure to introduce the interim provost of Millikan University, Dr. Nancy Curtin. Nancy?
Thank you, Dr. Purbineau. As we celebrate the achievements of our graduates today, we also pause to recognize two extraordinary faculty members whose impact on Millikan University will continue far beyond this ceremony. First, Dr. James Roth, professor of mathematics and computer science, retires after 38 years of dedicated service to Millikan. Over nearly 4 decades, he has challenged students to think critically, solve problems creatively, and approach learning with curiosity and integrity. We are especially grateful that we will hear from Dr. Roth later in today's commencement ceremony. We also honor Dr. Linda Collinsworth, professor of psychology, whose years of teaching, mentorship, and care for students have shaped countless lives, both inside and outside the classroom. Together, Dr. Roth and Dr. Collinsworth represent the very best of Millikan: deep commitment to students, excellence in teaching, and a lasting belief in the transformative power of education. Please join me in thanking them for their remarkable service and legacy. Today, we also take a moment to honor the memory of Dr. Barbara Broadbear, Associate Professor of Exercise Science and Sport, who passed away on March 19, 2026. Dr. Broadbear joined Millikan University in 2016 and served as director of the School of Exercise Science and Sport. She was a passionate educator, a dedicated leader, and an unwavering advocate for her students. Her love of teaching, her encouragement, and the care she showed to those around her made her a truly beloved member of the Millikan community. While we deeply feel the loss of Dr. Broadbear, her impact will continue through the many students she mentored and inspired, and through the Dr. Barbara Carroll Broadbear Scholarship in Exercise Science and Sport at Millikan University, which will carry forward her commitment to future generations of students. At this time, I invite you to join me in a moment of silence in memory of Dr. Barbara Broadbear. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Mia Para, representing the College of Arts and Sciences. Mia, would you please join me on the platform while I tell everyone a little bit about you? Mia is from Chicago and is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in English, Writing, and Psychology with a minor in Spanish. Mia has been an active campus leader, serving as president of the Latin American Student Organization, vice president of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Incorporated, and an EDGE mentor supporting first-year students as they transition to college life. She has also worked as a student aide in the Office of Student Affairs and is a member of the Black Student Union. After graduation, Mia plans to pursue graduate studies with interests in public health, business, and continued service-oriented leadership. Please join me in welcoming Mia Para to the podium.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Interim Provost Curtin. Good afternoon. To President Priveno, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, family, and fellow graduates. I want to begin my speech today with my favorite story, the story of my journey to Millikan. Fun fact, Millikan is the only school in Illinois that I applied to. Not very common for someone from Chicago, but I was determined to go as far away from home as possible. Me applying to Millikan only happened because during a college counseling meeting, my high school's dean of students walked by and told me to apply to his alma mater. I thought to myself, a small school in central Illinois that I'd never heard of, pretty much the exact opposite of what I imagined for myself. But here we are 4 years later. There was no campus tour or admitted students day for me because I did not want to attend Millikan. Even on move-in day, I made an agreement with my mom that I would give it 1 year, and because I knew I was going to hate it, I was going to transfer. So naturally, I began looking for reasons to not like it here. I attended events, met people, and got involved because I was trying to prove to myself that I didn't want to be here. If it's not already obvious, I'm a pretty stubborn person, and unfortunately for me from freshman year, that plan backfired completely. That is what I would call the power of the unexpected. Somewhere along the way, my openness, although originally negative, evolved. It allowed me to acclimate to campus quickly and learn what about Millikan I enjoyed so much. More importantly, it introduced me to the most impactful people of my college career, people who are still in my life today and will remain in my life long after graduation. People who are not only my friends, but leaders and inspirations to those around them every day, including myself. Looking back now, I find myself emotional knowing this chapter is coming to an end, especially because of how determined I was for it to never begin. My 4 years at Millikin were shaped by one simple decision: saying yes to the unexpected. Saying yes to attending those events I almost skipped, saying yes to leadership opportunities that initially intimidated me, saying yes to meeting new people, and saying yes to trying unfamiliar things. Those moments shaped me into someone very different from the person who first arrived on this campus. Somewhere between the uncertainty and the opportunities, I became a leader, a mentor, and someone willing to take a chance on myself. One of the most important lessons I have learned at Millikin is that openness can completely change your experience. The difference between having a sour experience and a meaningful one often comes down to whether or not we allow ourselves to remain open long enough for life to surprise us. And Millikin did just that. Choosing to be on that organization's exec board, host that event, and create that space you want to see for others makes all the difference. It is those steps that hold the power of the unexpected. But none of those opportunities appeared overnight. Every leadership role, every experience, every accomplishment began with one uncomfortable decision: to willingly try, even if you do not know what is to come. When even in a moment of uncertainty, you choose to move forward anyways. Me standing here before you today has happened because I made the decision to apply for commencement speaker even when I wasn't confident that I would be picked. I believe the things we resist, fear, or never planned for can become the experiences that transform us most. Today, as we prepare to leave Millikin and enter these new chapters of our lives, I encourage everyone to embrace uncertainty, take a chance on yourself, and remain open to the unexpected. We are rarely transformed by the path that we planned perfectly, but are most often transformed by moments that truly surprise us. Hold on to the memories you have created here and keep them as reminders of the possibility of the future. I came to Millikin already planning my exit, but instead I found the people, opportunities, and experiences that changed my life. The place I was so certain was wrong for me became the place I needed most, and that is what I would call the power of the unexpected. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
Thank you, Nehemiah, for your inspirational words to your classmates. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Spring 2026 commencement speaker, Dr. James V. Rolfe, a professor of mathematics and computer science at Millikin University, where he has taught since 1988. Dr. Rolfe grew up in Detroit, Michigan. When he graduated from Albion College as a mathematics major, he was the first college graduate in his extended family. He went on to earn master's degrees in mathematics from the University of Wyoming and in anthropology from Loyola University, Chicago, and a PhD in computational linguistics from Northwestern University. His teaching and scholarship span mathematics, computer science, linguistics, and anthropology, with nearly 200 publications across those fields. His Millikin honors include the Alpha Lambda Delta Outstanding Teacher Award, the James Millikin Scholars Educator of the Year Award, the Research and Artistic Achievement Award, and the Teaching Excellence and Campus Leadership Award. Dr. Rolfe says that his students have been the source of the energy that has powered him throughout his 38 years at Millikin. He has found joy in teaching students at all levels, from those who claim they couldn't do mathematics to those pursuing advanced topics. He has marveled at the intelligence and creativity of the student researchers he has mentored in capstone and honors projects in topics ranging from computer games to French translation. He has been inspired by the student leaders and members of the campus groups, academic and activist, for which he has served as advisor. Dr. Roth is retiring at the end of this academic year. He looks forward to a continued relationship with the Milliken community, including attending performances involving his son, Andy, an adjunct instructor in the School of Music, and his students and colleagues. He also looks forward to traveling and spending more time with Becky, his wife and best friend of 40 years. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Roth to the podium. Dr. Roth.
Thank you, Dr. Curtin, for the kind introduction. And wow, hi everybody. This is a full house. Graduating seniors, and parents, friends, my Milliken colleagues here in the front row. Some of you soon-to-be graduates have taken a class with me. Some have taken several classes. Jolly, you're out there. Many of you are wondering, why am I here? I wondered at first why I was here. Why did President Bribineau ask me to give this commencement address in Milliken's 125th anniversary year? But then I realized it was because he assumed that I was here when the place opened. Well, Dean, I didn't come to Milliken in 1901. I told James Milliken that I had a previous commitment, but I would join the university later. Congratulations to all of you who are graduating today. It's your moment. I can see you glowing. You're gonna be golden. It's also a golden moment for all of those who showed up for you along the way. Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, and friends. I'd invite the graduates now to turn and they can pick out their family and friends in the audience and give them a round of applause. I know that some of you have jobs already. Some are going off to graduate school. Some are going to be starting businesses or have already started them. Some of you are wondering when the ceremony will end so you can get on with the party. I promise to be brief. I've spent a lot of time thinking about, learning about, and teaching about infinity. I taught an interdisciplinary course in infinity for many years. Infinity shows up in 10,000-year-old Australian rock art. It influenced the development of mathematics. It boggled the minds of theologians. Infinity provided a basis for novels and a motto for Buzz Lightyear. One wonderful and magical thing about infinity is that it encompasses space, it's everywhere, and time, it's forever. I could say a lot about infinity, and I have, but today I only have a finite number of items for you to consider. A small finite number, actually, 3. As you pack up to leave campus, you'll have to decide what to take and what to leave. Your Milliken lanyard, all of your mathematics notebooks, last night's empty pizza box. I hope you will take my 3 items along. I've carried them for over a half a century. They're not heavy, and they served me well. Unlike your lanyard, these items cannot be lost. You don't need to look for them because they are everywhere. Unlike an old pizza box, they don't become items for biological study. They stay fresh and last forever. And you can share them with others. They are infinitely divisible, but never get smaller. Item number 1, be kind. My mother was born in Canada. She immigrated to the U.S. with her parents and siblings when she was a child. In 1930, during the Great Depression, her father died. She was 10 years old. When she turned 16, she dropped out of high school and went to work to help support her family. Her childhood was very hard. As an adult, my mother worked in theater box offices and department stores. She interacted with a lot of patrons, customers, and coworkers. Sometimes the people she encountered would be angry, rude, or distracted. Sometimes they were just generally unpleasant. My mother said to me, "Always be kind to people because you never know what sort of day they are having." Try to be kind to people. Being kind acknowledges and values them as a person. It recognizes them as part of the whole that is our universe. The Lakota teacher Black Elk said, "The universe is circles within circles, and everything is one circle, and all the circles are connected to each other." Black Elk reminds us that acts of kindness can extend beyond the circle closest to you. You may never know the impact your kindness will have on a person, but it could make their day a little better, or it could even change their life. Item number 2, show up and be there. In Robert Heinlein's science fiction novel, Stranger in a Strange Land, the main character in the novel, Michael, has a particular skill that astounds and impresses the people with whom he interacts. When Michael is doing something, that's all that he is doing. When Michael shows up, he's there. He's not distracted by text. He's not thinking about where he's going next. He's not checking out the latest from Mr. Beast. Mike is there. Some physicists and shamans believe that the universe is infinite. In 1650, the mathematician, you knew I'd mention a mathematician, right? Blaise Pascal observed that if the universe is infinite, then every location in the universe is the center of the universe. So when you show up, the there is the center of the universe. Show up and be there. Show up and be there for those you love. Show up for your colleagues. And when you do, be there. When you see injustice, show up and be there for the person suffering from that injustice. Show up and be there for planet Earth. Former Senator and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is quoted as saying, "Showing up is not all of life, but it counts for a lot." And more clearly on Sesame Street, it is said, "It matters very, very much." Item number 3, be thankful. A.A. Milne, the author of Winnie the Pooh, wrote about Winnie's BFF Piglet. Piglet was a very small animal, Milne wrote, but he noticed that even though he had a very small heart, he could hold a rather large amount of gratitude. Your heart can hold a large amount of gratitude too. You can always thank a person for doing something for you, regardless of context. My students may recall that I always thank them for turning in an assignment or exam. It's not because I was overjoyed to have something new to grade. No, I thank them as an acknowledgement of their role in the drama of college learning. I thank them because I appreciated and valued their participation. Thank the server who brings you a meal. Thank the receptionist who checks you in for an appointment. Thank the groundskeeper who keeps your workplace looking at its very best. And even if it takes years to do so, thank the professor or coach who opened up new ideas for you, who challenged you to be your very best, who was kind, and who showed up for you. Fred Rogers, of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, said, "Saying thank you is one of the greatest things that people can do." He went on to say, "I worry about those who don't feel the necessity of giving thanks, that isn't important. I think it's one of the most important things that there is." Bougainville is the largest island in the Solomon Islands in the Pacific. One of the 50 languages spoken on Bougainville is Buin. The Buin word kukare means both chicken and thousand. Korigami is the Buin word for the number 4. Kukare, korigami could mean either 4,000 or 4 chickens. The intended meaning of kukare is clear from the context. If there are too many things to count, the Buin speaker uses the expression, "The chicken went into the bush and never came back." Let that settle in. Your acts of kindness and thankfulness and presence will be, I hope, too numerous to count. Long after we are gone from this life, thousands and thousands of these will continue to be enacted. the chickens will be running everywhere in the bush forever. Well, I miscounted. I don't have 3 items for you, I have 4. And that's the great thing about numbers, you can always add 1. The 4th item is this: be you. Always be you. Be a first-rate version of yourself. Lady Gaga once said, "Don't you ever let a soul in the world tell you that you can't be exactly who you are. You will grow and change, you will learn and forget, but you will always be you, uniquely and beautifully you." So consider packing these for your life's journey. Be kind, show up, be thankful, and be you. There is much in the world that you cannot control or fix, but you can be kind, you can show up, you can be thankful, and you can be you. And I know you're going to be golden everywhere and forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Roth, for those thoughtful remarks. And now to the heart of the afternoon, our reason for coming together today, the conferring of the valued and honored Millikan degree. I would like to introduce Dean of the Tabor School of Business, R.J. Podesky, who will present the candidates for the Master of Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science degrees from the Tabor School of Business.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration from the Tabor School of Business please rise? President Pribeno, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Master of Business Administration degree from the Tabor School of Business.
By the authority vested in me by the State of Illinois and the Millikan Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikan University, I confer upon you the degree Master of Business Administration with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Master of Business Administration degree come forward? Eric L. Brewer. Kelsey Elizabeth Bruno. Afonso Hernandez Camargo. Kendallyn Jade Davison. Hannah E. Dick. Anthony Obioma Izayem, also known as Ogabos. Lakia Linnea Funches. Guy Rene Gahungu. Mark Adam Glaus. Grace Ann Haddigan. Ashton Hooker. Presenting Ashton with his diploma is his mom, Milliken Director of International Recruitment, Mary Brinkotter. Sophia Grace Howell. Derek John Leahy. Shelby Ann Leahy. Wasiu Olawale Lawal. Dawson Timothy Loafman. Max Nicholas Monroe. Emerson Nyquist. Allison Michelle Reha. Philip Benjamin Shepper. Graduating in absentia, Blake Ryan Van Beers. Benjamin Michael Wiltsey. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degree from the Tabor School of Business please rise? President Pribenow, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degree from the Tabor School of Business.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Milliken Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Milliken University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates please come forward? Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree. Graduating cum laude, Abigail Catherine Aquilina. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Eloise Delane Fitzpatrick. Zachary Andrew Christopher Hollis. Presenting Zachary with his diploma is his aunt, Milliken Vice President for Athletics and Community Engagement, Lori Kearns. Graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree, Johan Sahid Avila Rodriguez. Bryson Amir Bose. Jack Matthew Bollinger. Tanner Bennycamper. Jacob Allen Bullock. Jonathan Barora. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Samuel Peter Busher. Graduating magna cum laude, Reese Samuel Butcher. Graduating summa cum laude, Lila Castilla Burgess. Mason Chase Clem. Elijah Bodie Cooper. Mason Allen Corey. Peyton Dominguez. Graduating summa cum laude, Megan Elizabeth Dunscombe. Graduating cum laude, Alexander James Ellenbaz. Nicholas George Farsalis. Graduating summa cum laude, Erin Brianne Fleischer. Alejandro Gallego Arengo. Graduating summa cum laude, Delaney Higgins. Graduating summa cum laude, Katie Grace Janvrin. Graduating summa cum laude, Kenneth Allen Johnson. Graduating cum laude, Brittany Ann Kachir. Graduating magna cum laude, Zachary William Kohler. An honor scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Colby L. Koslowski. Tristan Paul Larson. Merlin Letniku. Graduating cum laude, Bailey Jane Maldonado. Graduating summa cum laude, Charlene Mary. Graduating cum laude, Tyler Joseph O'Neill. A Long Vanderburg Scholar, graduating magna cum laude, Drew H. Pettit. Graduating summa cum laude, Elizabeth Elaine Portman. William Glenn Powers. Graduating summa cum laude, Amber Regina Reynolds. Graduating summa cum laude, Shelby Danielle Smiley. Micah Rose Smith. Tion Travell Spates, Jr. Graduating summa cum laude, Thomas William Swartz. An honor scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Oakley Dale Tate. Carly I. Thomas. Jeb Kennison Venata. Graduating cum laude, Tanya Lynn Vaughn. Ryan Wagner. Graduating magna cum laude, Carly Marie Weir. Bulvi L. Woodhall. Glory Zembili. Please join me in congratulating these new Millikan graduates. It is now my pleasure to introduce Interim Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Jennifer Schroeder, who will present candidates for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? President Pribenow, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Arts degree from the College of Arts and Sciences.
And by the authority vested in me by the state of Illinois and the Millikan Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikan University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree please come forward? Amina Khadija Alnurdin Harris. Alex Ariza. Ambria Nicole Bradford. Jennifer Janice Brooks. A Long Vanderburg Scholar, Caleb Andrew Brown. Colin Cyrus Claffey. Graduating summa cum laude with 2 degrees, Ainsley Grace Lucille Diver. Presenting Ainsley with her diploma are her father, Milliken Director of Kirkland Fine Arts Center, Brian Diver, and her sister, Milliken Senior Admission Counselor, Jordan Diver. An honor scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Harris Benjamin Dorgan. Graduating summa cum laude, Aiden Edward Paul Etchison. Lance Edward Frederick. Graduating summa cum laude, Kyler Marie Griggs. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Jackson Christopher Hughes. Kanzetta W. Jackson. Graduating cum laude, Joseph Donald Jens. An honors scholar, graduating magna cum laude, Kemper Kozlowski. Graduating summa cum laude, Julia D. Lambert. Graduating cum laude, Chase Noah Mason. Graduating magna cum laude, Chase Mireles. Isavion Amer Moore. Emmanuel Sapuru Chukwu Nwatu. Miamaya Ailani Para. Abigail Elaine Penning. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Anna Josephine Quick. Emma Elizabeth Reedy. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Marina Nicole Roman. An honors and presidential scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Maggie Ann Schrage. Dewan Edmund Sparkman. Emerson Jude Thorlton. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Haley Grace Willen. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise? President Pribenow, I present to you today these candidates who are eligible for a Bachelor of Science degree from the College of Arts and Sciences.
By the authority vested in me by the State of Illinois and the Millikin Board of Trustees, and on behalf of the faculty of Millikin University, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please come forward? An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Amanda Riley Gonzalez Andrews. An honors and Long Vandenberg scholar, Caroline M. Arnold. Carly Leanne Birch. An honors scholar, graduating cum laude, Masana Jules Bosland. Abby Ann Burkhalter. Graduating magna cum laude, Emily Duane Clevidence. Corlin Chantre Davis. Graduating cum laude, Andrew Carl Detmers. Maisha Amaria Flagg. Taisha Lachey Flagg. Madeline Patricia Ford. An honors scholar, graduating cum laude, Cassandra Bowe Gabbert. Devin Patrick Glockner. Keith Dwayne Gravely III. Graduating summa cum laude, Haley Elizabeth Gula. An honors Long Vanderburg and presidential scholar, graduating cum laude, Zara Shakur Haji. Marcus Antoine Holman, Jr. Noah John Horner. Evan William Hudlin. Graduating magna cum laude, Austin M. Hughes. Chloe Danielle Hughes. Alexiana Lee Jackson. Graduating magna cum laude, Jala Flomo Kali, Jr. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Dayton Joseph Lasak. Emily Renee Mars. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Jaden Dean McNaught. An honors and presidential scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Lilia Sue Monagold. Lucas Anthony Mosqueda. David K. Navarra. An honors scholar graduating summa cum laude, Haley Jo Newell. Brody Niebrugge. Justice Cody Norris. Addison Lee Oyer. Graduating magna cum laude, Deep Patel. Jackson J. Pierce. Alyssa Michelle Razzo. Doran Vaughn Sanders. Haley Marie Schaffman. An honors scholar, Hope Maylin Self. Amari Darnell Terrell. An honors scholar, graduating magna cum laude, Alexis Ann Marie Vogel. Demetric Deshand Williams. An honors scholar, graduating summa cum laude, Ava Catherine Zukowski. Please join me in congratulating these new Millikan graduates.
Graduates, to share in the significance of this day, I now invite a graduate of 1978 class and the current chair of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Kathy Tomford, to join me at the podium to offer some congratulatory words.
As chair of the Millikan University Board of Trustees, I have the great privilege of offering a few words of congratulations to you, graduates from the Board of Trustees. It is with enthusiasm that I congratulate each and every one of you on your success here today. As Millikan graduates, you have each, in your own way, experienced that which makes Millikan distinctive. You embody performance learning. You embody professional success. You are democratic citizenship in our global environment, and I hope you feel today, more than any other day, that you have a life of meaning and value. At Millikan University, our mission is to deliver on the promise of education. This afternoon, we see that promise fulfilled. On behalf of the Millikan Board of Trustees, I give you my most sincere congratulations and very best wishes for your future. Thank you.
And it is now my pleasure to invite Millikan Alumni Association Board Representative Lindsay Quick, class of 2015, to join me on the stage and offer remarks from the Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dean Primino. Let's see. Good afternoon, graduates. On behalf of the Alumni Association Board and my fellow alumni all around the world, I am honored to congratulate you on this tremendous accomplishment and to officially welcome you to the Millikan Alumni Association. While your journey as a Big Blue student may be coming to an end, today you join an alumni community that is 36,000 strong, some of whom are with us today. If you are an alum, would you please stand to be recognized? And now, to welcome you, our new alumni, into our ranks, the Alumni Association Board has a small token of congratulations, an uncut key engraved with Millikan's name. So as you leave here today and begin to open the door to new endeavors, we encourage you to stay connected to your Millikan University home. Please pick up your key along with another small gift from us at the gown return table after the ceremony. Once again, we are so proud of your accomplishments. Congratulations, graduates. Now, I invite Ellie Fitzpatrick to join me on the stage to lead the tassel turning ceremony. Ellie is from Decatur, Illinois, and is earning a Bachelor of Arts degree in Business Communication.
Graduates, please rise. On behalf of Millikan University, I congratulate you upon your graduation and welcome you as a Millikan alum. Millikan hopes that you will continue to maintain ties with the university by sharing your time, talents, and triumphs, as we are now all lifetime members of the Alumni Association. Millikan University congratulates you upon your achieving your goal of a degree in higher education. Let us now signify our graduation by the ceremonial gesture of moving your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Excellent. And now I invite all who are able to rise as we listen to our alma mater led by graduating students from the School of Music. Oh, here they come.
With our voices we'll sing and
Just one great example of the talent of our students, huh? All right, you may be seated. As our ceremony concludes and comes to a close, let me once again offer my heartfelt congratulations to the Millikan University class of 2026. Today is a significant milestone and a celebration of all you have accomplished, but it is not the end of your connection to this community. The faculty and the staff and friends who have supported you here will continue to care about you deeply. Millikan University will always be a place where you belong, a place where you are known and valued and welcomed. Stay connected, return often, share the ways you continue to grow and lead and serve in the world beyond this campus. You are Millikan University's legacy. So at this time, we are concluding our ceremony, and I ask the guests to remain seated until the graduates have all exited the auditorium. Once again, congratulations, graduates.